What's up, people? So, doing a lot of reading at the job. I got like my little audiobooks playing, doing my studying right now. And I think I know I'm always flip-flopping on the issue of should I do videos talking about controversial, subject matters. And, 1 minute I'll say I won't talk about it no more, then I wind up doing it. I don't think I'm accomplishing anything by talking about it, but this is the most. I'll just say this, right? Because I got a comment this morning by somebody, and it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. My hair is growing back like I like it, because my OCD, I don't like cutting my hair. I like to let it grow, and all like every part of my hair I like to naturally grow. Because I just got this weird feeling that if I get a haircut, my hairline is going to go further back and my hair is going to fall out. So I like to let it grow like naturally. I don't round the ends of my hair. I stopped doing that almost 10 years ago. But he said something and then he told me I was confused. And it's just like, it's not the comment I don't care about. It's exactly what I expected. I anticipated to happen. People will attack you, but they won't put that amount of effort into what you're talking about. It's like, let's say, like the bikers, for example, in Daytona. If I were to say these drunk assholes or they don't know how to control themselves. They're always leaving trash. It's so easy to attack the person saying it, but they won't attack what you're talking about. They're not going to attack the bikers that are actually throwing trash and getting drunk. And let me say this: they're pretty civilized people. Most of them are. It's always one or two people that die every year, but overall, they're pretty civilized people. But had they not been civilized, and I were to talk about it, people would come at me and say how I'm ignorant. White people do the same thing too, and it's just like, why are you worried about other groups of people? Focus on the issue I'm talking about. But I noticed that no one is really going to put their life on the line to attack what I'm talking about, because that takes too much. It takes too much effort, and there's nobody to blame. So that's where I'm at with that right now. But I'm at work just doing my thing. And I guess, and like I said, I'm going to be stuck here for an hour because I don't want to be just stuck in traffic. I like to drive my car. I don't like to have my car just running, because I never use, let me not even talk about that, because that's another thing with OCD. You get like bad thoughts in your head about your possessions. But anyway, I want to resume to 2004 and close 05. Well, we'll talk about the beginning of 05. So I am 9, and I forgot to tell you guys that music, so downloading music on the computer is starting to become popular. This site called Livewire is a site that we use to download, songs, not popular rap songs. Well, there was some popular rap songs we downloaded. So these are the songs I remember that were on the computer. We had the WWE Originals soundtrack. We downloaded that on the internet. We had, John Cena's song, Basic Thugonomics. That's the only song we listened to on there. And Booker T's song, we downloaded that song. We downloaded every song on there. Rey Mysterio's song was on the computer too, because we had a Dell computer. It was downstairs in the basement, and we played with it. We played like games, because the internet wasn't really the thing. It was really PlayStation 2 and TV. So, like I said, I believe we had a TV in our room. Yeah, we had a TV in our room, I think. Yeah, we did. We had one of those big, like, wide TVs. See, now TVs have internet and YouTube on them. Before, it was just, a way to use your PlayStation and watch TV. So, and by the way, too, my brother had a Game Boy. I forgot to throw that part in. 2003, 2004, he had a Game Boy, but it stopped working over time. It was a pink Game Boy he had. And the games were Dragon Ball Z, and I forgot the other game. Because Nintendo was basically obsolete at that point. In 2004, we weren't really playing Nintendo. It was all about PlayStation 2. If we were playing Nintendo, that's because we left the console, the PS2, at our dad's house or our mom's house. So that was our alternative to having fun, was the PlayStation. And it was the big fat PlayStation, the one where it had like little edges on them, where you would like click on the on button on the back. It had like a memory card, because we initially didn't have a memory card. So whenever we played Vice City, when we would be done the game, we would have to start over a lot. So like I said, no memory card. We eventually over time got one. I don't know when we got a memory card, but we got one eventually from GameStop. It was the GameStop at what used to be Cheltenham Mall. Now Cheltenham Mall has been closed down for damn near 20 years. If you want to picture Cheltenham Mall, watch the movie Fat Albert from 2004, and it will show what Cheltenham Mall looked like. That's because Cheltenham Mall was a location, like a filming location in Fat Albert. But I remember it closed down 05, 06. It's been closed down for almost damn near 20 years. So, like I told you, grew up in mostly Asian, a little black, some black people, but mostly an Asian neighborhood. And that's changed a lot. So, excuse me. Sorry about that. Whenever I brush my teeth, my mouth, like, I don't want to talk about that, but, man, so, I can't edit that part out, but this is unedited. This is just me talking, because I don't got a lot of time, but, around like, 2004, my dad's girlfriend's daughter had a half brother who would come over sometimes. I really didn't care much for him either. He see, this is how dysfunctional black families are. So her mom's ex-boyfriend that's her dad, he cheated on her while they broke up. Well, while they were separated, I guess, he had another baby. And then he had another child that I believe is in his 20s. That's 20 now. He has to be 20 now. But when I was younger, he looked like he was like 1 or 2 years old. Let me just say this, her dad is not part of this story. I don't give a fuck about him. But let me just tell you that he died last year. He died 2 years ago. And let me just say this too. I do Facebook stalk some family to see how they're doing, just so I can get my own shit together. But this is why I always want to have money set aside if I ever die. Like, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I always want 10 grand. I want to just have it in a savings account, and I don't touch it. I may want to open up a bank somewhere and just have maybe that much money set aside, so when I die, any bills that I need to pay is already covered. Because it's just like, that's a shitty way to go out. So he died 2 years ago, and they had to start a GoFundMe for his burial. And it's just that's not a really honorable way to go out. So I understand when you die, but just how when you sleep, you don't feel anything, you're not aware of certain things. But I don't want to go out any kind of way where I have no I want to go out. I want to go out in a respectful way. I got my funeral covered. I don't want motherfuckers coming that I don't want coming. I want to also write to, do not bring I'll tell you, don't bring Ronnie, because if they watch this video, I'll just say it. Nobody on my dad's side, don't bring your ass to my funeral. None of the family there. I don't want my brother coming. Don't want my dad coming. If something happens to me, and I don't want, if it's possible, the only person that I want coming is my mother. And if they can, if my cat's body is still preserved from when they euthanized him, I don't think it is. But if they have any kind of remains of him, anything that can remind me of him or anything, bring that. But that's really about it. That's basically it. But 2004, around that time, like I said, it was some books that I wasn't reading like I do now. I wasn't understanding the things that were being instructed to me in school. But I managed to pass the third grade, like surprisingly. I was really I wasn't paying attention in class at all. I was really daydreaming a lot. If I understood how my brain worked, I said it before, if I understood how my brain works, the foods I can't eat, sometimes I can't eat before I do a lot of intellectual work. If I understood those things and I understood how light affects me, I probably would have been a better student. Not no A+ student, but I would have been a better student than I was before. Like I said, we went to a school in North Philly. So North Philadelphia, so if you're from New York, Harlem, New York was once a pretty historically black neighborhood. North Philadelphia, when I was coming up, was Harlem of Philadelphia. Now, that is not really, it's not really structured like that now because gentrification, college kids are moving in, and the cost of living in cities like North Philly, because it's downtown. See, people want to live downtown, and that barbershop that I went to, it because I stopped going there after a certain period of time. It closed down because the property taxes, man, and just the overall the cost of like renting it. I don't know how they had that building. Maybe he owned it, but when my dad, because my dad lived on that block. My dad grew up on that block. He got his haircut there. He lived down the street from that barbershop. So it probably wasn't probably the best area, but now it's fucking white people and college kids living there now. Sorry. So anyway, like I said, 2004, like I said, my mom would take us to get our haircuts on Saturday, always Saturday. They were closed on Sunday, I believe. We didn't go to church very much because my mom was 2004. She was 36 at the time, raising 2 kids, living in an apartment that looking back, it was a safe area, but it just smelled like fish everywhere in the building. It stank. The whole building just smelled like fish. And this is when my food sensitivity began to I was aware of my food sensitivity because there were foods that I was once eating that I was really sensitive to, like spinach, fish fillets I wasn't able to eat, fish sticks, because there were certain brands that I was sensitive to. So like I said, maybe the area I was in, because it was the food that the Asian people ate was so I was so sensitive to it. Maybe that was why I didn't like eating like certain things. But it stinks so bad because of the cooking. I would never eat outside. So I would never, and I wasn't like a racist. I didn't have no hate for Asians at all, anything. But it smelled so bad that I would never eat the food. So I never was allowed to go to the store by myself at 9, of course. I can go outside. Yeah, I can go to the park by myself. Yeah, I was able to go to the park, but I didn't have money to like go to the store. So my mom would take me to the store. And whenever she did, I would never eat. Like, we had like Slurpees, right? Because we weren't understand there's a cultural difference in my area. During the summertime, we don't have We don't have what you would call water rice, which is a popular cuisine, like a little dessert from Philly. Everybody there is Asian, so we're not. There's no water rice stands where I'm at. So the Slurpee is the closest thing I have to a water rice, and I'm beginning to have sensitivities to Slurpees because of like the smell. I like every time I went to the store and I had to walk in that stinky ass area, like the certain street I had to go to the 7-Eleven on. It was on 5th and Shellham Avenue. Excuse me, maybe First and Second Hand, Front and Shellham, whatever street it was on. It smelled so bad. Any food that I had, I never ate it on the way home. I just would wait till I got in the house because that's how much it fucking stink. And it just smells so bad there. Our apartment building, our house didn't stink, but just the building smell of the cooking they had. Because I understand, see, a lot of not necessarily Japanese people, but Koreans and Chinese people are famous for going in like big cities and settling down there and starting their own little communities. I really want to say Japanese people, but it was mostly Korean and Chinese because it was a Chinese store my mom went to. I eventually became sensitive to their foods. I wasn't able to eat lo mein and all that and like the rice they had, egg rolls and chicken fingers from there and French fries. It just tastes really strange to me after a while. Yeah, they had an entire, all the stores that were in my neighborhood. The only place that wasn't owned by them was the ShopRite, but every store that was adjacent to that Save-A-Lot was owned by someone that was Asian. And it was a difference with culture then, because I had to get used to, and this is so weird. I told you I had food sensitivity to like colors and lipstick. I had a definite food sensitivity to their writing, their Chinese writing, because I couldn't eat anything when I was around anything that was in their writing. That's so strange, I know. So yeah, back to that. Like I said, I couldn't eat anything. Let me do another part to this.